times, you know, they sell these at the store, these scary crows, you know, to keep away the birds from eating it.
Oh, Howard.
Oh my God! Oh, what? Speak of the birds. Oh no, what is that? It's crows. Crows!
Howard, I'm so glad we migrated from Washington, D.C. to
Oh,
Texas.
yeah. This is my beautiful wife, Helen, and I'm Howard.
This is my husband, Howard.
We flew in from Virginia, and we live here in Las Vegas now. It is so wonderful here.
And we heard that people in Las Vegas, they lose their nest egg here.
Well, you know, they come here, and some of them have a nest egg. I don't know what that is, but it's something that they like to save, is what I know. Maybe somebody can tell me, what is a nest egg? Anybody know what a nest egg is?
Lost mine, can't tell
Some
you.
people, I think they have. I think they lost it at the bingo last month.
That is your next thing, in the casino.
That's probably why there's so many attorneys and lawyers around here.
There you go.
And Howard, you can't put a nest egg in a slot machine or on a poker table. Or
Yeah.
the poker table, it'll get yolk everywhere.
Yeah, they gamble it away, I guess.
Just humans.
Yeah. So they
Humans
probably,
don't lay eggs.
I don't know what they do. I think when they make a mistake, they lay an egg.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm getting hungry, and this is the thing. How come they have cardinal feeders, finch feeders, songbird feeders, hummingbird feeders,
Yeah.
woodpecker sewer feeders,
Right.
and no crow feeders?
Well, that's right. They have a lot of feeders for birds. Hummingbird feeders, like you said. But there's no crow feeders. How come? Because people don't like crows. They think we're bad. They think we're going to eat up all their crops.
It's very rude not to have to
It's
cook.
very rude.
So I'm hungry, and there's a garden over there, and maybe we can eat the grasshoppers and the ticks and the mice, and
you know,
we could help her garden.
oh, they have some delicious grasshoppers right now. I know that.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
Let's go over and
But
we
the,
can
you
help
know,
her
the thing
garden.
about it is, we go to sleep with a roost, and that's when the grasshoppers come out at nighttime.
I like the grasshoppers that come in a glass.
You ever eaten a grasshopper? Yeah, I don't know about it.
So let's go to the garden.
Yeah, let's go to the
See,
garden.
We can
Sure.
help out the garden.
Sure.
Let's go. Let's go.
You scary crows! You come
What
into
is that
my
thing?
garden!
What is that thing?
What are you gonna
What
do?
is it?
What
What is
is
that
your
thing?
plan?
What is that
I
thing?
see a grasshopper.
I'm not
Oh,
listening.
really? What is this thing? Let me see.
Ah,
What is that?
What is this thing?
It's
Why? What is that?
It's a scary crow.
Scary crow. It's gotta look very scary. I think it's kind of dumb looking.
Let me see those arms. Let me see.
Where's the arm? Yeah, you know, I don't even think it's real. How can you tell if it's real or not?
The arms. It's not a human heart. It's not holding a cell phone. It's not holding a laptop, an iPad. It's
Yeah.
not gaming. It's not staring at a television. It's
Yeah.
not a human. And I'm not afraid.
Yeah, I'm not afraid either. It's kind of dumb. I think.
It's not scaring me.
Yeah. I think it's just, I think somebody just bought it like at Home Depot or something. But you know, they could have saved $1 if they got it at Walmart. But that's humans. They're always buying stuff.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not afraid.
Yeah,
That scary crow.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're always trying to scare us. But we eat bugs that destroys crops. Beetles, all kinds of pests, all kinds of vermin, and mice and rats and grasshoppers and ticks. And ticks cause a lot of problems to humans. People can get very sick from tick bite.
And we eat them up.
Yeah.
We'll help your garden.
Some places they try to get rid of crows everywhere. But we're good. We're good for the environment.
Yes, and here's the thing. I'm thinking this garden, she doesn't like us at her garden, so there's this Rancho Las Vegas Park over there, Howard. Let's go to the
Let's go
Rancho
there.
Las Vegas Park.
Let's go
Maybe
there.
there's some nice bugs
Let's go
over
there.
there and mice. They
Let's
might
go
want
there.
us there.
What's it called, Rancho?
Rancho Las Vegas Park.
Why do they call it Rancho?
I don't know. Humans put rancho in front of everything. Rancho, Cucamonga, Rancho, Santa Fe.
Rancho Mirage. You know, they think that just because you put Rancho in front of something, it makes it classy.
This park is nice though. Howard, look. Nice trees.
But you know how I found Helen? Is that because crows have different cones in their eyes. So we can see UV light. So when we see other birds, and my wife, I can see her feathers, she looks iridescent. Rainbow colors. That's how I found my wife Helen.
Oh, look, there's some nice people here.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
those beautiful crows.
So, yes, they're very beautiful.
How do you tell if it's a boy or a girl?
Why don't you go ask them?
Hello. What's your name?
Hello.
I'm Helen. And this is my
And I'm
husband
Howard. I'm Howard. How you doing?
How do you tell which one's a boy or a girl crow?
Why don't you tell?
Okay, well we have extra cone in our retinas, so we can see in the UV spectrum, whereas humans cannot. So when I saw Howard on the telephone lines, I saw the purples. His crown of his head looked bluish and magenta in the UV spectrum. I knew he was
Yeah.
a boy crow.
Yeah, that's how we met. I was sitting on a wire and with all my boys. And we were pooping on cars. We were looking for a blue BMW. And that's how we met. And after I met Helen, I realized my days of pooping on cars are over.
Oh, Howard.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Now, you know, we're pretty smart too.
Oh, wait. What's your number? Hold on, let's start with, we'll do 10 real quick. UV spectrum?
Stand in front of anybody.
Smart. Pros don't realize, people don't realize it, but we can solve puzzles. We can solve 2- and 3-step puzzles to get some food, like out of a little container. And scientists have been testing that. They're very, very smart birds. In fact, they're so smart that their cousins, who are their cousins, Helen?
So these are the top 10 reasons to love crows.
Here's the number 8.
So 10 was the UV spectrum. We see in the UV spectrum as humans don't. So we see more colors. And then number
I better
9,
read this so I know what I'm talking about.
we solve puzzles and use sticks. And
Okay, so we're good for the environment. We eat roadkill too, mice and chicks. We went over some of that already. We're gonna test it later. Okay, and then we're really, really
so
smart.
we're good for the environment.
We're really
Ticks,
smart.
grasshoppers.
When somebody calls you bird brain, you should take that as a compliment. You're real smart. A lot of birds are real smart, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of parrots, they do shows, right? So,
So if someone calls you a bird brain, you say, thank you very much. Because it means you're smart,
Yeah.
like a bird.
they tell
Who
things
called
and
me?
get out of here. Now, crows and ravens, they belong to the same genus, corvids or corvids. And I think Helen wants to explain to you about the ravens.
Yes, so we brought a raven friend with us here. The ravens are our relatives, and they are in the corvid family, like us. And in London, at the Tower of London, it is the legend, the historic legend is they keep the ravens, at least 6, must stay at the Tower of London. And they have a raven master to care for them. And if the ravens disappear, according to legend, the crown, the British crown will fall, and so will all of Britain. So they take very good care of their ravens at the Tower of London in England.
Isn't that nice?
Here's a raven.
Some of those humans are pretty good.
Look good there.
And just like humans, crows display affection for one another. They take care of the family members. And when there's a death, they have funerals. Sometimes they they walk in circles around the dead bird, and they grieve their loss.
Oh, so this is babies. Yes, they're very passionate. We are very passionate, just like the humans. Yeah, let's see.
I'm just getting tired.
Yeah, they teach their siblings and their offspring the many things they've learned. So if let's say they migrate and some farmers shoot at them, they'll teach future generations, and they won't fly over those areas again. They're documented. They're very, very smart.
So the family unit of crows, they are the first generation, let's say, with us, our chicks. Then the next generation, the first generation will raise the other chicks.
Yeah.
So we're very family oriented, and we help each other raise the other babies. Crow number 3. Crows are very, very social.
They have a very strong bond, and you wouldn't believe how many just flock together when they roost. Hundreds have flocked together and roost.
At night, so in the evenings, when it's not nesting season, they'll fly hundreds, thousands to a roost area and chatter and talk about where's the good food, where were the dangerous people.
Yeah, they've run, some universities have run tests on crows, and they've worn masks. And the crows remember the faces of the people wearing the masks that are good to them and the ones that are bad to them, the ones that shoo them away. They remember the mask they wore, I think, was a mask of caveman mask, yeah. And they remember, just like a lot of animals remember if you're good to them or not.
And generations at University of Washington, Seattle, younger generations, even though they never saw the masks, when they came out wearing the masks, the next generations would still, when they were afraid of them, would come down and dive bomb them. So they remember faces.
Oh, yeah.
That's the University of Washington.
Yeah. And if you feed them, if you're good to them, they'll remember you. They've been known to bring people gifts, little trinkets, little shiny objects, little things of inanimate objects don't mean anything, but when you give them, you wonder how it got them. Yeah, maybe. We posted a bunch of videos on the crow breed of our experience with crows in Virginia, and we had them come into our boundary, many come into our boundary.
And this is a great book, Gifts of the Crow, and this is the researcher who, at University of Washington, Seattle, who studies crows and studies all the generations, remembering the faces. Excellent book. Excellent book. Here, can you hold up this?
Yeah. Here's another good book. Crows. Called Bird Brains.
What does she need?
And then here's another one about feathers, all about feathers, and how the males and females see who is male and female with the UV, because they see in the UV spectrum. So it talks about how all the patterns that can be seen in the UV spectrum and colors that humans can never see.
So just another more proof that even if you can't see it, doesn't mean it's not there, right?
Right.
He has like a really nice blue on the top of his head.
Oh my man.
And then crows, as we said, we love to bring gifts. Crows like to give gifts to nice humans. To nice humans. So, because Athena and Belinda were so nice to us, we have little gifts.
Over here.
Thank you. Yes, little gift. You're welcome. And let's see, where's that scarecrow lady?
Here she
Yes,
is.
she's. Do you have a change of heart about us now?
I think you guys are so wonderful. I have totally misunderstood you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, you get a gift too.
Yay!
You did good. It was very good.
Okay, any questions about crows and why?
That is cool.
Why the crows? Why the crows? Why the crows people's gifts when they remember them?
That's a very good question, Batgirl. Batwoman, no, Batgirl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Batgirl.
And because they just remember that who's nice to them, and they find little gifts, and they just bring them. Out of their goodness, their own goodness, they just bring them. Maybe.
They will remember your face for life. And then their children will remember your face for life because we will tell our children to remember you as a nice person.
Now, some of the things you can feed them, you know, that you may just have around the house is like dried dog kibbles, you know, cat food, chicken skin you throw away, apple cores that you would throw away, you know, just chop them up, they'll just put them in their mouth and beaks and they'll just they love to eat all that stuff. They're not too big on fruit and vegetables, you know. But we had so many birds coming that one day that we didn't have enough food out, it was all gone. And one of the birds climbed up on the back of a chair, patio chair, on the balcony, and started pecking at the glass door. Yeah, no joke.
And we'd go on the balcony in Virginia, and that's how we got into birds, and that's how we ended up with a parrot, was because we fell in love with crows and birds. And so we would come out on the balcony in the morning and open the shades on the second floor balcony of our townhouse in near Washington, D.C. And all of a sudden from the trees, they'd come down, they'd see us, and they'd come land on the balcony railing, and they'd be so happy to see us, and they brought us a gift once.
Yeah.
So we just fell in love with them.
I think you have some pictures on your Facebook.
Yes.
Why don't you, can you share those to
Yeah, I'll share
ours
them.
to?
Yeah, on the bird club page would be great.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we
more
posted some
questions?
stuff already.
That's a
Yes,
question.
question?
Thank you, I'm sorry, you said something about the apple cores, it's good to feed them. The
Yeah.
little apple cores have seeds, and
Yeah.
the golden seeds have arsenic.
That's little birds.
Is
this your everyday outfit?
Julia.
You got families to feed.
Keep her.
Julia.
Should I stop this?
Oh.